Hello.
Hi, Aryan. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Sorry for taking your time.
No worries.
Okay. I hope everything is fine. Give me some time so that I can share my screen. Just let me know if you can see my screen now.
I can. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Uh, So this is my LinkedIn brand proposal for GSU Granite Student Union. I have tried my best to capture all the information that is being given to me by you and Shakira and other marketing team members. In this, I try to create a small brand proposal and some taking consideration of all the guidelines that has been provided to me by you guys. And so we'll start with the presentation. I understand that these are some of the products of GSU. For example, you in GSU you organize events. We have some merchandise. We have GSU officers who represents the student union. We have some university related events. Then we have some cafes. Example, Deep End. So this is basically what GSU is all about in crux. If I'm correct, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Then when we move forward, okay, so let's try to understand who our audiences are. Uh, just to measure what our audiences look like, I have given certain scenarios that fits just perfectly for all the audiences that we cater to. For example, first of all, our audience is the current students. So all the students who are currently in the university, no matter which course they are pursuing, but they are a part of university as a student, they are our audience automatically. So our focus should be to engage with these type of audience. We have to inform our current audiences, current students, what type of services and opportunities that we can provide them, uh, so that they can also participate with us in all our events and be an active member of Granny Student Union. That is our first audience. The second is the prospective students. So these are the category of the students who are planning to come to University of Greenwich and has not been a part of university as of now. So all our prospective students are also our audience, and for these type of audience we can showcase the vibrant student community that we already have in the university. We can show them the activities that we organize, the support services that GSU offers. All of that can be a good point of attraction for all the prospective students, for them to get into full-time students of the university. So again, that is also one another form of our audience base. Then our alumni, so all the students who has already passed out from our university can also be our audience. So for them we can celebrate their achievement, encourage them to stay connected with our community. Showcasing alumni success stories, GSC fosters a scene of pride and community among former students. So these category is also an audience that I feel right now is not being taken care of. Lastly, we have our potential sponsors. I understand that we are also in event organizing sector, and we have our merchandise, we have our cafes. That is a source of income for us. So having a potential sponsors for all these sectors in GSU is also are considered as an audience for us. For example, we may include local business corporations, community organizations, and other entities that are interested in supporting student initiatives so that they can promote our brand to university community, and we can contact with them considering that they are aligning with GSU's mission and vision. So that is there. Now I wanted to understand what good we are doing so far on our LinkedIn. So to start with, we have a good image and LinkedIn banner on our LinkedIn uh, account. So that is a really good point. Then I have seen that the university has already have an updated LinkedIn bio, so that is also really great. Then link to redirect people to our website, so again fantastic. So these three things are really good on the LinkedIn platform. Are we clear till now?
Yes, yes.
Amazing. But now we come to the point what things can be improved and is not going well as of now, right? So we'll start with we have not utilized LinkedIn for engaging with our students, not promoting it for events on the platform, not promoting our cafes and other services that we have for them to offer. Then we are not even encouraging students to actively involve with us, not promoting our students society and clubs that we have. I understand we have more than 100 societies and club all together, but we are not promoting it actively. Also, we are not reaching out to sponsors and giving them directions on how they can reach us. And lastly, we have to start celebrating the achievements of GSU itself. So these are certain points that I feel are missing on the LinkedIn account as of now, and we can start focusing on all these criterias. That makes
Um,
sense?
yeah, I think I like the last 2 points, especially. I think achievements definitely, and I think yeah, I think if we do use LinkedIn as a platform to get more sponsors, I feel like that'll be beneficial for us as an organization, like just getting
Yeah.
like penetrating through more market and everything. So yeah, I think the last 2 points definitely. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So what we should do now? Let's focus on that. We understand what's right, we understood what's wrong. Now let's try to understand what sort of campaigns can really help us. So I have tried to create certain campaigns that can focus on promoting our cafes and attracting sponsorship. Then there are certain campaigns that just focuses on promoting our other services that we have other than taking care of students, and lastly promoting our student run clubs and societies, and then focusing on student engagement. So I try to create certain campaigns using some content pillars to focus all 3 points as mentioned in this graphic. So let's give you an example. I have created 10 to 15 content pillars and some storylines that we can utilize. To start with, we can start with an example like focus on what GSU is and what its purpose. Why do we need to do it? So that people or the students who are in the university understand and have a clear vision of what role does GSU play in the university. I feel like till date a lot of student 40% of our population is unaware about what GSU is, what role does it do, how we can take help from GSU, etc, etc. So starting with a very base question, what GSU is, what our focuses are, and what purposes do we serve in the university is like the first content pillar that I feel we should be taken care of. And the reason for that, it is clear, it will create interest among students to actively engage with GSU. That is our main motive, I believe. And then helping people to actively participate in our events and be part of student union. So I had a word with Shakira, and she was saying that she wants to have more students being actively joining our events and participating in our uh, the societies that we have, so that in that way we'll be able to put this out very clearly that what GSU is and what they can expect. I have given you an example on the right hand side of what type of content we can put it. It's a proper LinkedIn format sample paper, sample graphic that you can utilize along with adding one graphic to it, and you're good to go to use this paper. Sorry, this sample. Then moving forward, the another content pillar is promoting our societies and club. So here is an example of what sort of content can be written. This will help us in creating a buzz among students of all the societies and clubs that we have. In that way, they'll be able to get an awareness of what societies and clubs are being active in the university, how they can participate, what type of benefits they'll get while being an active member of our societies and clubs. So there are these are certain type of examples that can be considered into taken into consideration. Also, before moving forward, I have to just put this out clearly that these all these content pillars that I have mentioned, they are not in any specific orders, but and also there is no certain percentages that this is more important, this is less important. It's all depend on the type of campaigns that we are running. So let's say if my campaign right now is to onboard new students, as I understand that we have a new season where new batch of the student is coming, so maybe focus on what GSU is promoting our societies and club is a perfect sample for you to start for putting for starting the content. But the other contents that I'll be showing you in the future might not be relevant as of now. So it totally depends on the type of campaign that you'll be running. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now we have top societies and club. This is again another type of content pillar. In this, we can use certain topics like what society did well in the last academic year. Maybe we can insert a society name and tell them the society is famous for, what award did any particular society received. And once we start putting content in this area, in this niche, it will start acting like a case study for other societies so that they can learn from these and they can understand and implement those good and bad things in their own societies, which will help them working in a proper direction, and they'll start taking their societies and clubs seriously if they have mistaken that they can take it for granted. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Amazing. So on the right hand side, as previously said, I have put an example based just for GSU itself. So you can copy paste the same example as it is and put it on your LinkedIn. Then the next is starting your own society. So maybe we can have some topics like, do you know how you can start your own society with GSU? Or maybe love something but not an active, but you can't find an active society to be a part of. Worry not, start your own society today. How starting a new society can improve your resume. So these type of topics can be taken into consideration when working on this content pillar of starting your own society. Because till now I remember when I was in university, a lot of students used to ask me, hi Tamanna, do you know where can I find this XYZ society? And because they can't find it there, I used to tell them that they can start their own society, and they looked so surprised. It's like, oh, can we do that, and what is the criteria, how to do it, and stuff like that. So that shows that there are still a lot of population in a student that are unaware of starting their own society. And even if they're aware, they are not pushed forward like, okay, you should do it. uh, so if we start putting content in this direction, people will get more awareness, they'll get an interesting insights, and they might feel engaged with us. Right, so there is also an example that I have mentioned, like have a passion or interest that isn't representing in a society. Well, why not start your own? So something like that can be useful for our page. Now, once we are clear with what we do, why we do, what type of societies we have, etc., etc., we'll start moving forward with all the commercial services and how we can start promoting our commercial services. But till here, if you have any questions or you have any counter suggestions, just let me know.
No, everything sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, great. So the next is promoting our own commercial services. Here we can have some topics like study, snack, socialize, make the most of GSU's cafe vibes. So here we are promoting our cafes. Then beyond the classroom, GSU's campus hub spot for relaxation and recharge. Here I'm promoting our lower deck. Then GSU's calendar packed with excitement. We are promoting our events. So having some topics like these can really help us promoting our commercial services, so that more and more students can come to us, engage with all these places and events, and that will help us make the money. I And that money can again be reused and reinvested in the business. Then we can have some posts specifically to lower deck. For example, we can have some topics like dance, cheer, repeat, join the ultimate party vibe. You go to the student hangout place and then talk about lower deck. So lower deck is definitely one of the most amazing place in the university, and it will be a great place where all the students can come and cheer and do whatever. But having a post in such a direction can also create a good impact. Now, moving forward, we have celebrate achievements and in events. I think that's some mistake in spelling, but I'll change it. So celebrate achievements in events. So here we can share some updates on GSU and its members. For example, we can insert a team member's name who recently got an XYZ award, then our team member's name who got invited for a podcast, wishing a person for his or her marathon. For example, I have recently seen Das's story on Instagram saying that she's been going for a marathon or something. So maybe we as a team, as a a work family, we can come together on a platform and help her cheering for Darcy's event. Why this is important? Because I feel like it's something where we can get more engagement, in a sense, like it's not just GSU's followers, but also Darcy's followers will come to us and commenting on her achievement. So when people start cheering for one another, that way it's a good source for us to get more engagement on our LinkedIn page. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we constantly keep on doing that, it will also create a very nice environment, work environment, where
Mm.
people will start to observe GSU as as a great work culture. But also right now, because I understand right now we are just focusing on posting job opportunities. So when a person is applying to GSU, they'll also check our page and they'll see, okay, we have a lot of things going on in here, and we are also appreciating our team members, the people who are working with us. We're appreciating them, and then they really start feeling that, okay, I need to work here. It's a good culture. So that is also a plus point when we start working on this type of topics. Now,
Uh,
yes, please
just
go
before
ahead.
we move on, I have to leave now. So, um,
Okay,
how much of your presentation is left?
I guess
Uh,
5 to 7 minutes.
okay, but I will have to leave. Like, I'll have to
Okay.
leave the meeting now. You want to do this after, like, at 4:30 again, like to finish this off? Um,
No worries. I can do whenever you feel like. But if you can see my screen, I think, yeah, it
I
started
can
recording.
see myself, yeah. So,
Is it visible now?
yes.
Perfect. Okay, so we have already covered the posts on lower deck, and then we can celebrate achievements and events. That part has also been covered. Um, okay. So the next thing that we can do is we can engage with our students and alumni. In this is very important so that the students feel connected to us. It's not that we just come on the stage to give them something, some kind of information, but we also need to create a platform where students feel engaged, value, and committed. So in this, we can use some topics like highlighting the achievements and career paths of successful alumni to
Mm,
inspire and motivate current students, promote networking events, webinars, workshops where students and alumni can connect and exchange valuable insights, celebrate students' academic achievement, awards, and projects to foster a sense of pride and motivation, right? So by using this type of statements, we can help them building a strong network of collaboration, mentorship, and career growth. And when students feel such things, that we are providing them a valuable information that is useful for them and not for us, they'll start engaging with us automatically. As I mentioned before, I have mentioned certain type of examples on the right hand side of each content pillar, but I'm not speaking out loud, so that you can have a look at it once I give you a presentation. After this, you can have a read and we can communicate about it later on.
Sorry, I just need to quickly answer the door. I'll just give me a minute. I
Yes.
should. Yeah, sorry. On the alumni thing, just wanted to say that the university looks after them more than us. So, like, we can touch upon the subject, but maybe not go into detail that much. So, just wanted to like say
Okay.
that here.
So these alumni are not the alumni of University of Greenwich, but the alumni of GSU. For example, we have an example of um, Susanna, I guess. Yes.
Yeah.
So Susanna is a part of GSU. She was a student.
Mm,
She was working as a student staff. Now she has moved on into her career by pursuing something else. So we
okay,
can
like
take
that.
her as an alumni
Okay,
and
certain the
give,
people who basically volunteer or like student
yes,
staff members.
exactly.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's the student staff or the member of any XYZ club or society that we have.
Okay. Yeah,
Make
I
sense?
think yeah that is fine. Yeah, I think yeah
Yeah.
that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So we can also start working on certain guest posts. Before working on this type of content pillar, I did had a conversation with Shakira asking if that's feasible or not, and she has given me a green flag. So on guest post, maybe we can ask certain professionals or active GSU students to share their insights on topics related to students' life. So maybe some topics like how to make most out of the university's life, how to build a perfect resume, how to network, how to write a perfect cover letter, etc., etc. I understand that we already had one team under University of Greenwich, that is the employability cell, but putting such kind of information every now and then won't hurt the brand image, if that makes sense. It's not like something that goes regularly on our page, just like employability cell, but can go every now and then, like maybe once or twice in a month we can post something similar so that students can relate to it. For example, uh, let's say in the mid of an academic year, we can post something how to make the most of the university life.
Mm,
uh, During the job hunting period, like for example, right now we can post
yeah.
something like how to build a perfect resume for the students who
Mm,
are already applying to for jobs. Then how to network can be something in the starting of the session, and how to write a perfect cover letter again this month. So something like that, we can start dividing our time period, and accordingly we can post certain situations, certain topics like this, if that makes sense. By
um.
doing so, yes, please go ahead.
No, no. I was like, we could probably use our staff members for some of these topics. So like, um, I don't know. Like for example, we could like some of our commercial staff members on event management, or maybe like I know like MRP who works in our voice and rep department.
Mhm.
She usually has workshops for us for public speaking and presentation
Yeah,
skills, which obviously like yeah that could be helpful. Like so we could use our staff members for like this kind of
exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, we can use these resources and people who are already into this field. That would be amazing. If we start doing so, it will start building up a leadership authority. People will say, okay, this is not just we are just throwing up events and stuff like that, but we are providing them value, and valuable places do get appreciated every now and then, right? So
Yeah.
again, guest post. Then we can collaborate with university's department and faculty. I already discussed it with Shakira as well. So we can have the power of collaborating with the departments and faculty. Again, it's not something that we do on regular basis, but like once in 3 months. For example, we can showcase a guest lecture, workshop, or industry talk organized in a collaboration with university department. These events provide students with insights from experts. Then spotlight initiatives that involve faculty guidance in shaping students' careers path, ensuring academic pursuit aligned with future aspiration. Discuss collaboration that lead to curriculum enhancement based on industry trends and student feedback, ensuring relevance and quality. So these are just some topics that can be used, but again, depends on the situation and what type of collaboration we are doing. The topics can get molded up here and there. Then one of the last of pillar that I have is providing valuable tips and resources. These tips are the main reason why students will be sticking to our account, mainly because not every student in the university want to be a part of a student club or society, right? But everyone wants a job at the end of their degree. So this content pillar will help us gain and gather our audience to our page. We can provide them certain tips like study techniques, time management techniques, how to take care of their mental health during exam times, career development. And I know for sure that we already have certain options and opportunities for students to come to our to GSU, so that we can help them with this. But putting them on LinkedIn will make it more visible, like okay, we can also help them with these type of topics, and this is something that they want to do it and achieve job, get jobs at the end of the day. So providing these valuable tips and resources can be again very useful for them. Is that make sense to you? Does that
Yeah.
make sense to you? Perfect. Then now is the high time to start a campaign for freshers. I know freshers are coming in like
Next
less than a
month.
month. Yeah,
Yeah.
less than a month. So we can start working on creating a campaign for freshers. We can use some topics like how to register for BRP, how to register for GP, what to do in the first month of university, how to get their student oyster card, some important emails of University of Greenwich students that they can use for their support throughout the year. So some topics like this can create a buzz on the page, because right now I personally believe that uh, the freshers are more easy to convert into our loyal customer base as compared to the students who are already been in the university for almost like
Yeah.
year or two.
Mhm.
So converting freshers to our loyal base people will be much easier and smart decision to make. So I think starting with a campaign just for freshers would be a great opportunity for GSU as a team. This is very easy for us as well to have that conversion rate, to have more engagement. And once we stick those people to our LinkedIn, that would be very easier for us as well as a team to later on help them understand what GSU is, what events we have, etc., etc. So again, starting a campaign for freshers right now is the time. um, and also you don't have to do a lot of tasks to achieve this goal. The reason why I said this is I understand, I have seen your Instagram page as well of GSU, and
Yeah.
I've seen that on Instagram we usually post certain topics, right? Maybe we can reuse the same topic so that you don't have to put extra efforts. We can just
Mm.
rewrite it for our LinkedIn as well, or maybe we can put a full detail explanation on LinkedIn, but on Instagram we can say for more details check out our new post, and then give it the link of our LinkedIn so that people get redirected to our page. Because on Instagram students are very active, they directly come, that's like the first platform for us, but then from there we can redirect them to our LinkedIn page, if that makes sense. Okay, then we can encourage our alumni engagement. We can create a dedicated post and campaigns to engage with GSU alumni and share their success stories, career achievements, etc. This way, the freshers will feel like a kind of rush in themselves. Okay, we appreciate our alumni. It's a good way that if we keep doing the good work with the GSU, we'll also get encouraged later on. So certain topics like this would be a good way of engaging with others. For example, we can write a content something like, we believe that every student's journey is unique and worth celebrating. We'd love to hear about your fun memory and experiences during our time with us. So here the student can start writing in the comment box, okay, what's their best time. We have to push this content as of now, because there is literally no engagement rate at the LinkedIn page
Yeah,
as of now, but maybe moving forward in 3 to 4 months we can start posting certain topics like this.
makes sense.
Then last is highlighting the sponsorship opportunities. Here we can share details about our cafes, the events that we have, that stating that we are open for sponsorships, explaining how sponsoring these initiatives can help their goal of achieving whatever they want to achieve, and how we are supporting student communities, promoting social impacts and achieving brand image. So if any company or brand has the same alignment, they can easily come to us for this with the sponsorship opportunities. For example, we can showcase successful partnerships that we had in the past. We can present partnership benefits, what they'll get in return, and also we can literally provide them the contact information, because I have seen like a lot of random messages we get on email of GSU, which is not for sponsorship, direct sponsorship for them. So maybe putting out the clear information, okay, if they need any more details on how they can be our sponsor, or they have some opportunity for us, maybe they can go and call to this XYZ number, or can directly mail to this XYZ email, rather than spamming us on different email IDs, if that makes sense. Then this is the example that you can read forward later on. This is a perfect example of how we can attract sponsorship clients for us. And that is all about it. I hope it helps.
Yes. Like if you can send me the email, like the presentation via email, I think yeah, I would like to like just go through it again and like take some notes because obviously I could not take it now. But yeah.